Good morning to one and all. Myself Arude Shankar. I completed BE Civil Engineering, ME Structural Engineering. I worked as a assistant professor and as well as site engineer. This is my small introduction. Today will I start the new channel on Revit. Right, this is my new channel. This is basically the Revit is called all things it's from one software that is called Revit, right? So I will be provided for this software for my channel, right? Revit. Okay. I give the small introduction for the Revit software, right? I will I give the small introduction for my Revit software. Okay, first of all, this is the main screen, right? This is the main screen. It's go for first one is a open or new. That is a project template. Projects open or new. That is a templates. One is a construction template. Another one is a architecture template. Another one is a structural. Another one is a mechanical template. Right. These are the four templates. The what are these templates? For construction architecture are same, right? As well as you create the elevation buildings, right? Tall structures and small structures, right? Another one structural template is you creating a framed structure like beam columns etc. That is called structural template. Then you go to mechanical template, means you go to MEP, mechanical plumbing electrical, to create the mechanical plumbing electrical in your template, right? Okay, fine. I go for new project, right? I go for new project. Go to architecture template or any one template. I give you simply click architecture template. Okay, right, the screen is opening. I simply give the architecture template, right? Fine. This is a first of all I am using for education vision. It's directly download by Autodesk website for 1 year license, right? It is free for education and students also. You directly go to Autodesk website, you directly download, right? Okay, fine. I give small, today will I give small introduction about this elements, what is in by structure, systems, analysis, etc. Right? Today class I will tell one by one what is meant by architecture, others, etc. Right? First of all, I am going to click architecture. What is meant by architecture means you simply go to create the elevation for your buildings, to create the walls, doors, windows, components, columns, roofs, etc. Right? Staircase. This is called architecture, to create the buildings like G plus 1 or 2 or 3, right? Creating in this components, walls, doors, windows, etc. Right? Then go to next one, structure. This is the main template. Your structure means you creating your framed structure like beam, concrete beams, columns, slabs, footings, etc. That is called structure. You creating like that, right? Beams, structural columns, floors, and also created the steel stresses, right? Steel stress, steel elements, beam bracing. Also created the connections also, right? You created the stiffened connection and stiffened connections. It's also created in this structure. Also you created modeling on framed structure also, also modeling on steel structures also, right? This is our concrete and also this is our steel connections, right? You go to any connections, see this, you go to directly connections, all connections have, right? Then also rebar. This is a rebar for your structural elements. You put the rebar detailing for your structural elements, right? This is for structural. Structural is creating for framed structures also. You creating the steel structures also and provide the connection details also, reinforcement detailing also in structure, right? Next one is a system. The system is based on mechanical, plumbing, electrical. That is called MEP, right? Mechanical, electrical, plumbing. And you go to system, you provide the duct, air ventilation, fabrication, and a parallel pipes, plumbing fixes, wires, cable tray, electrical device, lighting fixes, all of us in system, right? That is called system. You go to system means mechanical, electrical and plumbing. That is called system, right? Now understand what is by architecture, structural and systems, right? Next go to insert. Nothing but insert. The insert is the any other file will be directly AutoCAD file insert in the Revit format, imported format. That is called insert. Directly go to AutoCAD files or any other SketchUp models or any models, directly import in this Revit in this insert option, right? That is called insert option. Next one, anode. The anode is a basically called dimensions tool, right? You arrange dimension, linear, angular dimensions. You put the diameter and spot coordinates, and you also provided the beam dime symbols and slab symbols also provided in this anode, right? This also you provide the text tags and all of us it provided in this anode, right? Next one, analyze. Revit have Revit have creating the models, elevations also. You created the modeling of framed structures and analyzing also in Revit. You simply go to structure. You created one a framed structure in this element. Simply go to analyze. You give the supports also. Give the supports for boundary condition. You give the dead load, live load, seismic load and load calculation, and simply go to analyze in this robot structure. There is an additional software for analyze for robot structure. This is a robot structure also Autodesk software. It's for 1 year free, right? It's directly downloaded for Autodesk website, right? This is also 1 year free. You simply created in your frame structure in this model, simply created loads and etc., right? You simply transfer into robot structures. You simply analyze in robot structure to make the reinforcement column detailing, bending moment diagram, shear force diagram, reaction loads, all the values is taken from robot structure. You simply created the frame structure in this building. You give the loads and simply analyze the robot structures. That is called analyze option, right? Next one, mossing and site. What is meant by mossing and site? The mossing is like created the tall structures. You created like a Burj Khalifa, cheapest 17 or 18 structures and like a rotating towers. It's type of tall structures you simply created in the mossing structures, right? You simply created in the mossing works. Then you go to site. You created the topo surface for hilly region, undulation surface, you etc. to create this type of surface, right? This is called mossing and site. The mossing is called created the tall buildings, Burj Khalifa, rotating tower, these types of shapes, right? Rotating tower shapes. The site is created for topo surface and other surface like hill stations, others etc., right? Next one is the collaborate. The collaborate is nothing but you conversion into others to create the full models. That is called collaborate, right? Next one, view. The view is a main tool. You simply created the 2D plan. How to convert into 3D means simply go for view tool. Simply click this 3D. Automatically created the 3D view. Walk through view. All views are in view option. Then go to you simply cut this section also, right, in your plan, and elevation also, call out plans, render also in view, and then also schedules. You take the whole building. You created one framed structure. I need the concrete quantities for my building. Simply go to schedule and quantities. You simply take the concrete quantities for your building, and to calculate the estimation also in your building, and reinforcement detailing also you provided the building in taken the quantities of the schedule and the quantities, right? This all option in this view option. Simply click this view, 3D view, rendering in cloud, render, elevation view, section view. This all of is taken from this view, right? Next one, manage. The manage is called simply setting the units, right? You simply setting the units. You go to project units, other units, it's come from manage, right? Then go to add-ons. The add-ons are additional ones. You go to click the additional formats. You go for this add-ons, right? That is called add-ons. Enscape. The Enscape is a rendering software. Someone has simply created in the model in Revit, right? You go for additional clarity, you go for additional rendering softwares. There's so many software, so many 10 to 15 softwares in our field. Like I am maximum I used Lumion, Twinmotion, V-Ray, Enscape also. The Enscape is one of the best software. Twinmotion also best, Lumion also best, right? The Enscape is the best software. You also free for students for lifetime. Use the Enscape. Directly download and fix it with the plugins, right? That is called Enscape software, right? There is a rendering software. You also Twinmotion, Lumion. It's a no problem. It is directly install and use the rendering process, right? Next, BIM tool. This is an additional plugin for Revit, right? This is an additional plugin for Revit. The what purpose this plugin is used for? You calculated the centering sheet area for your frame structure. How many centering sheets needed for my area for my column? Simply calculated. Simply click this format. Simply calculated the vertical and horizontal also. I simply calculated the centering sheets for my whole frame buildings, right? Beam, column, slab, all of us in my framework. That is called additional plugin for BIM tools, right? That is a formwork tool for the Revit. Easily calculated the all type of formwork. The areas will be calculated. Next, extension. Extension means two types of reinforcement given in our Revit. One is the manual reinforcement. Another one is a extension. This is called additional plugin. The additional plugin, you go to click this reinforcement, right? Automatically simply click this column. You simply type the number, automatically generate the reinforcement for your beams, columns, parapet, retaining walls, slab opening, spread footing, all the type of reinforcement detailing it's provide for your building site. Simply go to reinforcement, simply click this column, simply type this value, automatically it's generate the reinforcement detailing for your columns, right? Columns, continuous footings, parapet walls, pile caps, all detailing, that is called reinforcement detailing. Also created for modeling for frame generator, grid generator, rafter like a sloped wooden framing, walls, roof trusses. It's also created in this extension plugins, right? Now understand automated reinforcement, automatic reinforcement detailing in this extension, right? Next one, modify. The modify is based on this this copy tool, rotate tool, and merge tool, trim tool. That is called modify tool. This is the small introduction about Revit software. First one is architecture for creating the elevation, structure for creating the framed structure, modeling for whole structures, steel and concrete. System is for MEP, your AC ventilation duct. You create the hospital building, you need the AC ventilation and centralized AC. Automatically you will be provide the wiring system, all of us. You go to insert is the same like this, insert in your image. Annotate is a dimension tool. Analyzing your, you create a simply created the models and simply analyzing your models, right? Then mossing, you create the top tall such as Burj Khalifa, etc. To create the undulation surface. View, also create the schedule quantities. Manage also project settings. Add-ons, Enscape is a rendering tool. The BIM tools are creating the formwork areas. Extents tools are also calculated the automated reinforcement, right? This is the small introduction about Revit, right? This is today's class. I completed this section day by day, day after. I will be tell about how to create the one elevations, interior elevation, exterior elevations, light setting, day view, night view, and also how to create the framed structures, steel structures, and mossings, estimation quantity. All of us, I will tell how to create this and next classes, right? Next classes I will tell structural estimation quantities, all of us creating the buildings, all of us, right? Fine, today I completed this section. Thank you for watching all. Thank you once again. Please share my channel, subscribe, like. Thank you for all. It is useful for beginners also in Revit to create the elevations and all of this, right? Thank you.